Hi, this is Dr. Seth Vatt from tromboneexcerpts.org, coming to you from Dallas, Texas, where we've just finished another amazing school year with all my middle school, high school, and college students, ending the 2016-2017 school year with a bang. And I wanted to make a little series of teaching videos here. Some of you as students yourself who might in turn be doing teaching, young teachers, old teachers alike, trying to synthesize some of my thoughts as I'm dealing with quite a large number of incoming 5th grade and 6th grade beginning trombone students, trombone players who have never played the instrument before. And that's a beautiful thing because you get to them right away and you get to help mold and shape them. They're not jaded. They're still excited about the idea of music making. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the topic of tension and what exactly tension is, what it means, and get around some of the kind of dogmatic teacher speak that works its way into our pedagogy and the way we address certain problems, and specifically how it relates to these little 5th, 6th grade beginning students. So, what is tension? Tension comes from our musculature, from our muscles, right? There's a certain amount of tension that we need to make music, to accomplish vibration. We have to move to make music, and that's what our muscles are designed to do. There are no muscles in your body designed to hold your body upright, right? Muscles are for pushing and pulling and grabbing things, right? They're meant to be engaged and disengaged to a point of positive activity and then back to balance, to neutrality. So when you hear some of these this teacher speak lingo of, you need to eliminate your tension. All right, nailed that one. All right, another successful lesson, right? Well, we need a few things to actually go beyond that. So when you tell that to a kid, you need to eliminate your tension. And the kid's like, okay, well, how do I do that? You're like, well, you need to breathe and this. Let's give them some specifics, all right? Let's do these kids a little more service. It's kind of like those old adages like, you need to move your slide in the rhythm. All right, makes some sense. I can go with that. Or some like the breathing ones, and I've been reading a lot with synthesizing Dave Vining's breathing book, his book, What Every Trombonist Needs to Know About the Body, and then my work with the breathing gym for my time at Arizona State University with Sam Palafian and Pat Sheridan. Eliminating tension coming from the breathing mechanism, how we engage and disengage our musculature. So these statements of you need to breathe from the bottom, or like a water pitcher filling up, that's not how your lungs work. We need an accurate description of what our body is experiencing and how we work anatomically, right? How the body actually works. So here are a few things you can do with some young students. So getting rid of all this dogma. You know, some of the phrases don't even make sense. You know, like this one.
Well, you know the old saying, where there's sand.
Ah.
Or this one.
Well, my mother always said, live on Fisher Island, get buried in Palm Beach. That way, you'll have the best of Florida.
So getting rid of those. The first thing I like to do with a young group of students or one student, this works great in a group. They haven't even touched the instrument yet. Have them lie down on the ground like this. So that is going to get rid of, as you breathe, all the unnecessary shoulder movement, right? There's a certain amount that happens, but I don't have to actively do anything. The rib cage expands, right? They need to know where their lungs are. Their lungs end at the rib cage, right? The diaphragm's going to push down on the guts to some extent, and the belly will come out to a certain degree, but it's different for everybody, right? But this idea of breathing low, right? Not really anatomically correct. Okay, so laying on the ground, bring your knees up, feet flat on the floor, and it's perfectly relaxed. It gets them in a proper sense of balance, of aligning that spine on the horizontal level, so that when they bring it up to standing, they're in a good sense of balance. And that's really the key word. If you want to eliminate tension, you need to be balanced. So the next thing I do with them, and you can observe this with your students as they move front to back and as you watch from the side. The idea of being balanced to unbalanced, leaning forward, and you can immediately feel the tension in the musculature in the back, and then go here. And you can feel it in the neck. And the neck is really where the key is. Because as they bring that horn up, that instrument up, for maybe the first time, you're going to see them do this. Right? And because they're excited to play, and that's great. Watch their horn angle, and you'll see it angling down. Sometimes you have to watch their stand, too. I see way too many trombone students with their stand directly in front of them, and they're playing underneath the stand. Get that stand to the right so they have freedom of movement. Notice my horn angle. So that when I breathe, my head straight down on top of my spine. Your spine goes up into your head, almost like a lollipop, right? That's where the tip of your spine is, inside your head. So when I breathe, versus, and you can hear the tension in that second sound versus the first. So when I think of tension, I think of needless tension. All of that musculature that's engaged that doesn't need to be. We have to get rid of that needless tension. So check their balance. Forward and back. Set them upright by laying down on the ground horizontally and just doing breathing. Get those shoulders up, back, and down. It feels kind of weird because this is we almost feel like we're strutting. Like I'm the cock of the walk, right? My chest is out for some reason, and I haven't done anything worthwhile as a 6th grade trombone player. But that's where the balance is going to lie. So forward, back, forward. Ask your students, do you know how much your head weighs? It weighs about 9-10 pounds. That's a bowling ball. You've got a bowling ball on top of your head. Your skeletal structure is meant to hold that bowling ball up, not your muscles, right? Not these muscles, not these muscles. So take your students and do this with them. Imagine holding a bowling ball out in your hand, okay? But you don't even need that. Just hold your arm out like this. 10 seconds, 20 seconds, whatever, fine. I can do this all day. And then a minute later, they're feeling the burn, right? And not in the Sanders sense. They're feeling the burn here. And eventually you have to let it go. You've got to relax. Your muscles are not designed to do this. Why would you play a 50-minute recital like this when you're trying to make music? It doesn't work. That's something that I had to deal with quite a bit, was getting rid of this, because I thought in my mind that, you know, I needed to be in an alert posture, right? A forward-leaning, a dominant posture where I was ready to make music, and all I was doing was hurting my breathing, my air capacity, and my endurance, to be honest. Okay, so take that experiment, holding that bowling ball, and then imagine that bowling ball being here. That's what your spine, your skeletal structure is designed to do, not your muscles. Okay, so tension, needless tension. You know, clarify that term. Hopefully this has helped you guys. We'll see you in another set of videos coming up pretty soon. Thanks. Bye.